Silence is often mistaken for weakness, but in psychology, it can be the most dangerous weapon of all. Words can be argued with, twisted, or defended against, but silence leaves no direct target. It creates a void, and in that void the mind of the other person begins to unravel. When you withhold words, you deny the other person the comfort of knowing where you stand. The human brain craves certainty. It constantly seeks patterns and clarity. When silence replaces speech, the brain scrambles to fill the gap, often with fear, doubt, or insecurity. Think about conflict. When someone argues back, you know how to respond, but when someone goes quiet, you're left with an unsettling mirror. Their silence forces you to reflect on your own behavior. You replay your words, your actions, questioning where you went wrong. It's not the silence itself that hurts sits, what it makes you realize about yourself. That's why people often beg for a reaction, even a negative one. Anger feels easier to handle than silence, because silence implies judgment without explanation. Psychologists know that silence can be used as a form of control. In therapy, a pause from the therapist often pressures the client to open up more deeply. In relationships, silence can be punishment, creating emotional distance until the other person breaks. Even in interrogation, silence is used as a tactic, making suspects feel exposed and uneasy until they fill the silence with confessions. The absence of words speaks louder than any sentence could. But silence also has a dual edge. It can protect you. When you refuse to respond in anger, your silence robs the manipulator of fuel, sends a message that you cannot be provoked so easily. It unsettles them, because they expected a reaction, and your refusal creates a power imbalance. They're left wondering what you're thinking, what you might do, and that uncertainty gnaws at them. Silence doesn't need to scream to be powerful. It quietly reshapes the battlefield. It works in the shadows, planting doubt, commanding attention, and making others reveal themselves. That is why silence is feared, because when used with intention, silence doesn't just withhold words, it takes away control, and in the silence, the other person often loses themselves.